Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today it is going to be another insane tactic video. If you are interested, please drop a like on the video if you do enjoy it. Also as well, drop a comment if you do have any questions or have anything you want to talk about. Also as well, smash that sub button. We are trying to reach 5,000 subscribers before Christmas. We have just broken past 4.7k, so you guys are absolutely smashing it, and it would be much appreciated if you could drop a sub. Do you want an amazing team like this? Well, head over to u7buy.com to get the most cheap and reliable coins on FC24 and use code CLUTCH for 6% off. So guys, we are going to go into the tactics. So it is going to be the 4-1-2-1-2 today. It is going to be narrow season, and we are going to try and make the most out of it. This formation can be absolutely insane going forward. Can also be quite good defensively, depending on how good you are at kind of man marking and things like that. But the main objective of it is basically to bomb forward and score as many goals as we can. So, defensive style is on press after possession loss. Now, this is mainly due to the fact of having so many bodies going forward. It means we're going to be higher up the pitch, which means we should try and play a higher line and basically try and win that ball back higher up the pitch. Press after possession loss is absolutely perfect for that. If you don't know what press after possession loss does, basically your team will press the ball for 7 seconds after you lose it to basically try and win that ball and turn it over as quick as you can and really try and press your opponents. Obviously, it does mean your players will get a bit more tired and they'll kind of might be a bit out of position, but it's the risk you take when we're trying to be this aggressive. Now, the width is on 45. This is mainly due to the fact of wanting to tuck those fullbacks in ever so slightly whilst we are defending. You might ask me why. It's mainly due to the fact of through balls. We really don't want to concede any silly through balls or any easy through ball runs. This is the best way to defend it. Now, the depth is on 71. 71 depth is mainly due to the fact of how busted it is on new gen. It obviously still does work well on old gen, but it isn't as effective. But basically what it does is it helps you press the ball better in a more organised way. I personally feel it doesn't feel like if you're using press after possession loss or constant pressure or things like that. It feels like your players stay in position but also try and press the ball well. So it's just a really good way to help try and win the ball back. Now, build-up play is on fast build-up. Fast build-up is another really good way to try and commit bodies forward, especially with a 4-1-2-1-2 where we have so many bodies in central areas. We do want people moving around as much as they can, trying to create space where there is some, and really trying to overload our opponents and basically just kind of overwhelm them. Obviously, as you can see by fast build-up, it says it pushes players forward for a faster build-up, but obviously you can be then prone to maybe conceding a counter-attack because of how many bodies you have committed forward, but that is just the risk you have to take. Now, the chance creation is on direct passing. Direct passing is another one. It's just an absolute staple of FC24 for me. With through ball, being so busted, it is just an absolute must-have. If you don't know what direct passing does, basically it makes your players with higher attacking positioning and sprint speed acceleration. They basically make even better in behind runs. It just means that basically it's gonna give you the most opportunities to try and make the most of those through balls, especially if you do have fast, good attacking positioning strikers. You're just gonna get absolutely crazy runs from them. Now, my offensive width is on 45. Again, mainly it really could be 50. It's not really a big deal. I've just kind of really found that this is kind of where I usually am comfortable at. Obviously, we are already pretty narrow, so if you do want a bit of width, you can happily bump that up and it still be fine. But just for me personally, I actually just quite liked having the 45 width. Now, players in the box is on 6. This is mainly due to the fact of basically just wanting to commit bodies forward into the box, but also I still want to have some midfielders sitting on the edge of the box and in and around the box. This is mainly because I think a lot of people get caught in the trap of the idea of like, right, so we're going forward, it means we have to go forward every time and we can't turn around and pass backwards, which isn't true. One of the best things you can do in FIFA, and it's what a lot of the better players do, is know when to not go for it as much as knowing when to go for it. So a lot of the time when I'm using this, if I go up like 7 or above, generally I don't have any options on the edge of the box and I find it quite frustrating. So just having 6 means I might have a midfielder or two sitting on the edge of the box so I can just lay it off and then they can try and score from there, or even maybe pass to someone else. And then I do have corners on free kick on 2 as well. This is mainly just to avoid conceding any counter attacks from set pieces and things like that. And also as well for corners, having 2 means that you can get a really good set piece tactic where your player basically makes a really good back post run for a header it works very consistently. So guys, we are now going to go on to the instructions. This is how I do have the team laid out. I have Messi as a left centre mid. He's absolutely insane at it, especially if you're trying to go forward. Kvaratskhelia as well is one of my favourite cards on the game. Kind of hoping he gets like an even better promo card. I absolutely love using him with a 5-star, 5-star. So some really busted cards there if you want to use them for this formation. I would definitely recommend as well having 2 good attacking fullbacks. People with high stamina as well that can get up and down. Theo Hernandez is absolutely perfect for it. So, both of my strikers are on stay central, getting behind. It's a pretty self-explanatory one. Obviously, we do want them to stay in those central areas of the pitch because they are where they're going to be the most deadly for through balls, for receiving the ball, maybe trying to beat a man with RB dribbling or a skill move. Just being in those central areas is the most deadly part of the pitch for a striker. And then we do have both of them on getting behind. Obviously, this is to try and make the most of through balls and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it goes in one like hand in hand, really, with direct passing that you should really have your strikers on getting behind. Now, I do have my Cam on stay forward, getting to the box for cross. There are 2 reasons for this, to have him on stay forward. One of them is obviously, basically, you want him as high up as you can to really try and link with those strikers, try and score goals, make good attacking runs, make even overlapping runs past the strikers to then try and score as well. Just to basically have him in all the best attacking positions. But also there is a super annoying glitch where your Cam will swap with one of your midfielders. And basically having them on stay forward does just get rid of that. Also, we do have him on getting to the box for cross. Obviously, it kind of speaks about what I just said in terms of maybe making him some overlapping runs. We obviously want him to be available for cutbacks as well, back post crosses. We want to basically be as available for as many good attacking options as we have. Now, I do have both of my centre mids fairly attacking. I have both of them just on getting to the box for cross, cover centre. For me, I don't want them on cover width, and you'll see why with my fullbacks. But for me, just having them on getting to the box for cross means that they'll be available for, again, back post crosses, cutbacks, things like that. And it also just means that we have those extra bodies going forward. And it will almost play like a 3-5-2 in the sense of, especially once you see the instructions on my fullbacks, it will basically end up playing like a more aggressive version of a 3-5-2. It works really, really well. It's almost like a 3-4-1-2, I suppose. But yeah, they make some really good attacking runs, and it works really, really well. And obviously having them again on cover centre because of the fullbacks as well, there's just not really much need for the wide area cover. And then I do have my actual CDM on stay but while attacking cover centre. This guy will be the guy to help basically your 2 centre-backs to defend. He'll end up almost settling in like a 3rd centre-back as the 2 centre-backs go wider to cover the fullbacks when you'll see with the instructions. So it will just mean that you almost end up playing like a 3-back with your CDM being basically your 3rd centre-back. So make sure you do have a very defensively strong-minded CDM. I do have both of my centre-backs and my keeper all on default instructions. And then I do have both of my fullbacks on stay but while attacking overlap. Now, as much as I have them on stay but while attacking, a lot of the time I'll probably be triggering runs. It's just I would rather have a bit more control over when they attack compared to if you take them off stay but while attacking. They kind of have a lot of freedom to kind of do what they want. And for me, I don't really like that because you end up finding a lot of gaps and holes. So just having them on stay but while attacking means I can control when I choose to play them forward. Also, as well, having them on overlap means they'll make those wide runs compared to coming narrow. And that's where it almost ends up playing like a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-1-2. Where the CDM drops in, the 2 fullbacks bomb a bit further forward, and you end up playing it that way. It works very, very well. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, please smash the like button. Drop a comment if you have any questions, and smash that sub button as well. We're trying to hit 5k. Also, as well, if you are interested, improveyourrank.co.uk to get your weekly games played. With the new rewards, with guaranteed promo cards and rewards, it's going to be absolutely insane. We offer really good value as well, and use code CLUTCH for 10% off.